Hello everybody, welcome back to Countdown to Bayonetta 3. This is part 1 of the Bayonetta 2 series. What we're going to be doing is just a casual playthrough. I'm going to look for any secrets and collectibles that I can, but we're just not going to be replaying any, we're not going to be replaying any chapters. We're just going to continue with just one continuous game. We're not going to go back for things that we missed, but I do want to return at one point to do 100% completion at some point. Alright, but without further ado, let's go ahead and start up a new game.
Bayonetta.
Well, let's go down. Alright, we're going to delete this save file because I just copied my old save file right here. Alright. So we're just going to go right into story mode. Alright, so I don't think you have these I don't think you have these as I don't think you have these as a first time player. I think that these are unlocked from beating the game in the first place. But I kind of want to have a kind of first player experience, so we're just going to do
You've got the right
default
eye
Bayonetta.
for talent.
Alright, let's start. We'll go to hard this time, now that we're kind of back in the groove of things. We're just not doing the infinite climax because it gets rid of witch time, at least it does in the last game, and so since that's kind of a staple of the game, we don't want to ruin that. Let's go ahead and cut over to the cutscene.
The legend of Aesir, a legend from the dawn of time.
It sounds like
Nobody
Luca.
knows where the world came from. The struggle caused the Trinity of realities to be split into three realms: light, darkness, and chaos. Obviously, our world was the one born from chaos.
The combos in this game feel
The
just a
three
lot more
worlds all
fluid.
needed rulers. Most of all,
And
elves.
also, it seems like
And the
her
one that ruled
her
the
Wicked
darkness
Weave
became known as Aesir.
Gets used a lot sooner in the combo sequences. But again, that could just be because the punches and kicks happen a lot more smoothly. Introduction of mechs.
Aesir spent the first eternity quietly looking upon the earth from his holy mountain.
I was actually convinced that this
Where we only see
sequence,
reality, and they
the
can match
mech
our
sequence,
rules
was
of the
in
world.
the last game.
Aesir saw through reality. And those
So I was
visions
waiting for that to
became
come up while we were playing.
These observations
but,
became Aesir's power.
But then we beat
eyes
Jubilee, so
were
I knew it
truly
wasn't
the
in there
eyes
anymore.
that created the world. However, Aesir pitied the humans for their naivete and lack of free will. So the power he wielded was split into two equal halves and entrusted each to humanity's instincts: the right eye of life and the left eye of darkness.
For anyone who's following my first playthrough of Bayonetta 1, I talked about a D&D subclass that I made, or a D&D class that I made revolving around Bayonetta's
They could now choose.
Bayonetta's quote-unquote classes, which were Unburned Witch and Lumen Sage.
Humans could choose their own paths.
The third subclass that I made was for the Sovereign one, which is
the most feeble
featured
thing
in this game,
but now
is not
we were
featured in
thinking
Bayonetta
of
1.
and we took our first big step towards grand prosperity. The inheritors of the Eyes of Aesir have been granted the power of creation.
As well as that, if you were following my Bayonetta 1 playthrough, I typically favor quicker weapons rather than like slow, heavy hitters. Not sure how I'm going to approach this this game, but in Bayonetta 1, I was always about quick weapons.
Cheeky. No one bothered telling me any of your kind survived. At least you're the silent type. The last sage I met spent 20 minutes rambling on and on. What?
Sephiroth. Jubileus. So yeah, at the end of the first game, the statue in the background was named Jubileus, and it fell to the earth, and this person was my father who fell with it.
You will not escape this fate. We will perish together. My dear, sweet child. At last, you have fulfilled your promise to me. Fear not, for I am always watching over you.
But the right eye of light was lost from the world forever, along with its possessor, the last of the Lumen Sages.
Nice addition to this game. In the last game, you cannot collect achievements. You cannot collect achievements in other playthroughs. You could. All your achievements were just tied to your Switch account, but in this one, obviously by the achievement pop-up, you have separate achievements. I think it's kind of interesting that the records of time, it still shows that I played it on hard mode, but it is the introductory mission, which I don't think you can lose, so just a little interesting. Let's see what's in the menu real fast. Character settings, it looks, I can switch between I can switch between the characters still if I ever wanted to switch. Alright, and
You want to play with
I am
Bayonetta?
clicking on the costume,
Got the
but it
right
is
eye
not
for
an
talent.
option. Yeah, and so we don't have accessories available either. We're gonna, assumedly, like the last game, we are going to unlock the Gates of Hell, which is a demon named Rodon's shop. Alright, let's go ahead and start up the prologue. In the last game, you could kind of practice your moves in the loading screen, but I think the only reason it didn't do it there was because we haven't actually started fighting besides the intro.
special report on the regional disasters Nature Unleashed continues after these messages.
You know what I need? Some heels without guns. You don't mind if we make a quick stop, do you?
Do you know what day's coming up? Here I was shopping, minding my own business, then you show up and turn me into a damn porter. Seriously, Bayonetta, you still haven't paid me back for the car. Hey, whoa!
Now, is that any way to speak to an old friend? Besides, I did that job for you. For free, might add. Do I really have to tell everyone how you grabbed onto my leg, sobbing like a schoolboy?
This is why I can't have good things. You're some piece of work, you know that? If you weren't already lined up to go to Inferno, you'd be well on your way with all the shit you pull. Dressing up like a nun just so you could off some angels and keep the underworld happy. Hey, I'm talking to you. Shit. But if it's that or getting torn limb from limb for eternity in whatever circle of Inferno you witches go to if you break the contract, forget about it. I'd off the fucking wing bastards all damn day. Oh, hey, what the hell? Hey. But what the fuck you wasting your time trying to send some schmucks off to the afterlife for? Whoa!
Done and done. Let's go home, Enzo.
Hey, wait a second. I ain't done here. If I don't get what I came for, I'm gonna be the biggest mutt in the city.
And what is it that you came to fetch, my dear?
Real funny. I know better than to tell you a damn thing. I'll never hear the fucking end of it.
You always know how to make an entrance, John.
I don't get how they would have him say forget about it, but never say, I'm walking here.
You haven't felt anything strange recently? Now that you mention it, I still haven't quite figured out how a broke, bumbling wise guy managed to turn himself into a semi-respectable family man.
Forget about it. And what's this Cereza shit? You're about as sweet as my Nona's grappa, you know that? Some witch with amnesia goes around calling herself a weapon, and it turns out she really got stuck with a kid's nickname. That shit's rich, I tell you what.
Our friends in Paradiso are far too quiet. I'm sure you've noticed. But they aren't the only ones. Pray tell. Our friends down south seem to be a bit upset as well.
And now in life news, the annual holiday parade is being held today. City police have closed off roads to prepare for the massive influx of merrymakers expected to take in this year's festivities, set to be headlined by a flyover from the military's aerial acrobatics unit. Going just now to news that this year's parade may break all time attendance records.
Whoa, shit! The Platinum Stars. Crap. I need to hurry up and get Ed and Edna's presents, or I'm gonna get it.
We'll talk later. I'll see you back home. Don't forget to pick up the things for the party.
What's the matter with you? I told you what I'm after. A jet! I want a toy jet! You know, the kind with wings, flies in the sky. No, I'm not buying any damned angels. Yellow, blue, I don't care what color they are. I learned my lesson with those bastards, you hear me? Just a normal damn jet, please! You hear that? I want one of those! The thing's flying in the air right now. That's the one. That's the biggest one you got in the store, right? Wrap it up nice, will you? It's a present, for God's sakes. Yo! You know what? Screw the pretty ribbon. Just hurry up and put it in the box, will ya? Fuck the damn ribbon!
You know, I try to avoid doing this in my Sunday best.
The first angels we meet are
At least your
like
lot
centaurs.
still knows how to make an end.
A lot more fanfare in this one, but I think now because it's a tried and true concept. Here we go. I guess just because it's a Switch version, it's like they always have to introduce touch controls. I really enjoy like the effects that come off of her like normal punch in this.
Is that all you've got? Smash it! Almost. Get that! Got you! Block off!
This game is like truly mastered. Actually these combos are actually very similar to the weapon that I last used in Halos, a very rare spiritual metal containing the essence of an angel's life force, used in business transactions within Inferno. And so again, if you haven't, if you weren't here or familiar with Bayonetta in general, Inferno is like basically hell. Paradiso is basically heaven, and then there's also Purgatoria, which we are currently in, which the angels and devils kind of use to walk the human world without their presence being fully there. Like little effects like puffs of smoke and like rocks falling over, or like miniature like explosions occur in the human world, but they can't physically see the creatures. But yeah, as I was saying, the weapons that, or the attack styles of the weapons that I'm using currently are really similar to my most used weapon in Bayonetta 1. So I really like that the base style is now this like fast-paced, like really well put together choreography. But now we'll see whatever kind of weapons we're gonna unlock in the coming times.
This is why I never buy anything on sale.
Also, I don't think my guns broke at the end of the last game, so I'm not sure why she ever got rid of them.
Didn't I say it? This is why I can't have nice things. Damn it, car, start already!
Right on time to deliver a little holiday cheer.
Oh, fucking wonderful! Rodon? But I don't believe in Santa!
Watch your mouth, Enzo. Don't want anyone offering you for sacrilege before you pay your tag.
Unbelievable! Ah! I believe! I believe! I fucking believe!
Beautiful.
Now it's time to be naughty.
You awoke me, unleashed the fire in my heart. I will dance and I'll
Umbran Climax is exactly what I was kind of begging for in the first one. Whenever you fill up your gauge, you can kind of grab somebody and instantly kill them, depending on how strong they are. Sometimes it'll just do a lot of damage and not kill them, but that is called a torture attack. This game implements something different called Umbran Climax. Torture attacks still do exist in this, but Umbran Climax is like an alternate thing that you can use when your magic gauge is full, and as it says on the screen, attacking enemies builds up your magic gauge. If you press the left bumper, then you use that built up energy to unleash amazing special attacks. Umbran Climax will allow you to unleash a barrage of infernal weaves, and so weaves is like a play on, because their hair is kind of like not what gives them their power, but like while they use their power, it also uses like essentially their hair. Now we have our Umbran Climax ready. So yeah, whenever we use our at the end of a combo, there's usually like a punch that comes out. That is by a controlled or a demon that I'm in contract with. I believe that the one that is Bayonetta's is called the Madama Butterfly. And so Umbran Climax basically just lets you unleash her abilities with every single attack, which in the previous game would only occur if you were in the middle of a main boss battle. Okay, and that was a lot easier than it was in the original game. So button mashing QTEs have definitely gotten easier. Also, interestingly, it didn't explain torture attacks, but like I said, for torture attacks, you're just you press two buttons at the same time on the controller. It is the combination X and A, and most enemies it kills in one hit, which we might demonstrate depending on how powerful the next enemy is. I'm sorry for skipping that. That was a green laurel. It is a pickup in this game that fills up your health bar. Okay, these are really enemies that I want to use this on, but I don't want to get hit and waste my Umbran Climax in general. Also, interesting thing about the Umbran Climax is that at the end of a combo, similar to just like a normal combo, there is a lot stronger attack. So you definitely want to complete combos while you're in that form to make sure you get like bang for your buck. By the way, this is going to be a little bit shorter stream than I usually do, just because I had to start a little bit later because contractors came and completed part of the work that they're doing on my house, which is also why the quality of the video should have gotten a little bit better. Because there was a lot of noise happening from the contractors, but now it should be cleared up. I'm glad they didn't get rid of this mechanic because that like kind of zooming jumping was like one of my favorite mechanics in the last one. It feels really satisfying. Another thing to note is that when an enemy has like those seeing stars above their head, that typically indicates that you can do a grab on them, which, just like in other games, when you do a grab, it's just you have the option to kind of like do little mini attacks while you're holding them in place. These guys actually, that guy had a lot of health actually. That barely did anything, but thank you anyways, John. Oh, that wasn't good, but I have an Umbran Climax coming up. We're in real dangerous territory here, but we're one hit away from death. We'll see if we can finish this without a death in the first session.
That was quick. Did you get everything?
Forgot the caviar. You think they're still open?
It's not Christmas without caviar. Let's finish this quickly then.
Dead. Alright. Alright, there's the first time. Oh. No catchphrase with this one. So in the previous game, whenever you got a continue screen, they would say, "The shadows remain cast." But in this, you just get an unsatisfying Bayonetta laying on the floor. Alright. There we go. Yeah, okay, they did bring back the kind of baby voice that they had in the first game. A lot of the angels kind of have baby faces as well as like a baby squeaky voice. An interesting thing is that we haven't seen any enemies that have like weak points so far. In the previous game, almost every enemy, not almost every enemy, but all the big enemies had red spots on them that marked heavily damageable areas. We're gonna save the Undead Climax in case that sword guy comes back.
Is that all you've got?
Yeah, and so you can't do a grab on the big guys when they're stunned. It's just, it's nice to try to like stun lock them. Alright, first climax of Bayonetta 2. With some help from Jean as well. Gamora, one of our signature demons that we have in contract. Alright, that one was a little harder than the previous one, so there are different levels of hardness on those QTEs. It looks like the weave itself was attempting to drag Gamora back down. Alright. This is also the first time we've had collectible pages that were demons. In the previous game, it only had angels.
John!
This isn't how things end!
Who don't listen to their masters.
First time that Bayonetta's had wings as well.
Almost.
There we go, and that's why we saved the Undead Climax.
Is that all you've got?
Oh, his eyes, like, in place of eyes, he kind of has bug eyes. He has, like, 4 eyes in each socket. Stun to Gamora. Oh, there we go. This one actually did have a sort of grab. It was called a punish. Whoa, okay.
So close. Is that all you've got? Fire!
Oh, I didn't realize he was going to hit me there. Whoa! It's not getting rid of my witch time though, which is interesting. Or I should say my magic gaze. Oh, can I punish him? Yep. There we are. And possibly lead to a climax. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He does not have any health. His health bar is empty. Let me climax. Thank you. Ooh, really nice imagery there. Whoa, I didn't see that coming. Whoa. Trusting a different demon to take care of him. Interesting that she trusted him to obey her after Gamora, who was one of our loyalist demons in the previous game, betrayed her.
Lumen Sage. Is revenge not all you desire? I know the one who destroyed your world. I know the one who destroyed your love.
Who? Dead witches get dragged to hell. It is what it is. Jean's gonna wander Inferno suffering for eternity. Them's the breaks.
I didn't ask you to tell me what I already know, Rodin. Especially if you're going to be flip about it.
You know better than that. You're not the kind to let that sort of summon go out of control, Bayonetta. Something's up. The balance of powers that keep things in check don't feel right, does it?
You know, she's pretty hot for a dead chick. You wasn't a big fan of her shit when she was in the realm of the living. But looking at her now... Nah, still not a fan.
She's not dead, Enzo.
She's right, Enzo. You're only really dead after your soul's been completely absorbed into another realm of the Trinity. But that's just a matter of time. 'Cause I don't see no way of saving a soul lost in hell.
What about the gates? The real gates of hell?
I can't stop you from trying to use them, but I don't think you got a chance down there. I'll see what I can do about putting her on ice for a while. You'll need this. The heart of an Umbra witch. The magic that keep your kind alive in this world for eternities. Should keep her body in this realm stable, but you'll need to reunite this with her soul if you're gonna try and bring her back. I figure you got about a day before it's game over.
Enzo, you've got a jet, right?
What? No. No, 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 no. I do not know. Listen, I appreciate the situation, but you know what today is? My kids got cookies baked for me at home. They're waiting for me. And I still gotta play Santa tonight.
Let the real Santa take care of the presents. Now let's go.
Hey, I said I believed, but Ed and Edna, you can't put one over on those cute little fuckers, let me tell you. Hey! Let go! Let go of me! Why do I always get wrapped up in this shit?
Ain't this a motherfucker?
A little more background on the previous game as well. So the what looked like the what they said was the last of the Lumen Sages was holding what looked almost like a bullet casing, and what that was actually lipstick belonging to Bayonetta, also known as Cereza, her mother. In the previous game, we used that bullet casing to kill the seemingly last of the Lumen Sages, and that was her father, who referred to himself as Father Balder. And so that was who we thought was the last Lumen Sage, but now we have a new Lumen Sage who somehow also has the lipstick that we essentially destroyed by shooting it out of our guns. Alright, let us continue on to Chapter 1. I want to try to get to Chapter 2 by the end of this, but we'll see. We'll at least play to the end of Chapter 1, and if we have time, we'll play to Chapter 2. But we're only going to be on for
The
another
sacred mountain of Fimbulventer.
40 minutes.
The joint's supposed to be the link between Inferno and Paradiso. They say there is an entrance to Inferno, the gates of hell, somewhere on this mountain. No one knows where, though. Hell, no one even knows if it's true or not. The only reason this overgrown rock is worshipped like some god in the first place is that no one's ever been able to get close to the damn thing. It's like it don't want you there. Every climber ends up stranded or worse. And don't even try to fly a plane near that place, or bada boom! But at least your soul doesn't have a long walk to whichever afterlife you got lined up, right? I'll wait for you in Noaton, at the foot of the mountain. Just hurry up with whatever it is you gotta do and get back there, all right? And the hotel's going on your account, with a minibar too. Gotta keep myself busy while I'm waiting. Forget about it. I love those miniature drinks.
I can't believe you, Enzo. I didn't know the in-flight service was exclusive to fat Italians.
Renting the plane ain't free, you know. That reminds me, you owe Alex the kid for the charter. Oh, shit! There it is. That's Fimbulventer. Not such a bad place when you look at it. Oh, but you gotta have a death wish to get close to that damn place if you ask me. Wow. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. What the hell? Where did these clouds come from?
Sorry, Enzo. This is where I get off. Say hi to the wife and kids for me.
What? Wait, what? You're joking, right? I can't fly this piece of shit! Oh, you're picking up nice things.
John, I'm on my way. Just behave yourself for a bit longer.
Another thing to note from the previous game was, Panther. This was called Panther Within. In the previous game, you had to unlock it, but it is now apparently something you get at the start. but there's also different unlocks you get for like flying creatures, but you don't unlock that until later on, assuming that it is in this game. Alright, here's our first lollipop, candy that will wrap one's body in a magical barrier. The barrier forms an impregnable shield for a short period of time. And so in the last game, I believe there was 4 types of lollipops. There was yellow, red, purple, and green. So yellow is kind of a like invulnerability. Red makes you do extra damage. Green is health, and purple it raises your magic gauge. Alright. But yeah, to touch on a little, like, not an Easter egg, but something that I had kind of questioned in the previous game was on the back of Enzo's car. It had written on it Ed and Edna, and I said that I didn't know why it said Ed and Edna when his name is Enzo, and I don't think they ever talked about it in the previous game. But in this, they introduced Ed and Edna are the names of his 2 kids. And yes, I'm aware that this is not the correct way to go. I am just looking for like secret chests or anything like that. And speaking of which, there's one right there. See if there's anything under here. Okay, I would have thought that there was one under the boat, but there's one over here. So we'll grab that. Also something in my regular life, I have 2 giant band-aids on my wrist, or one on my wrist and one on my forearm, because my boyfriend was away, and so I was watching the cats by myself. Also, there is my shadow there, which is kind of me as Madama Butterfly, which you could have seen in the first opening cutscene. Me and Jean's shadows were based on demons, but the cuts on my arm, I was watching the cats by myself, and so they were very needy, and one of them gets overstimulated really easily, and so he plays a little game where he really wants to get pet, but if you pet him too much, then he wants to scratch you, and even if he scratches you, he's still not done with you. He still wants to get pet even more after that. So he'll scratch you, and then he'll keep begging you to keep petting him. And if it wasn't already obvious, there is a double jump in the game. This is just how high you get with a single jump, and implemented in this game, apparently, because I just noticed it, is that if you hold down the button, you get wings and you fly like a butterfly. But the double jump is those wings come out again and hop you up. Don't know why it keeps giving me instructions on how to use the Beast Within, because I have already used the Beast Within many times. That cat. Oh, it is a cowering person. It is not a cat. Alright. We're definitely going to run out of time if I am breaking every single card. So we're not going to break too many more cards. We are just still going to look for like treasure chests. But we're just not going to break every single breakable as I would normally do. Alright, Baked Gecko. Cured with a crystallized block, Baked Gecko is a concocting compound used by witches. It is useless by itself. And so something that they brought over from the last game is you get these things called concocting compounds. What they are is you just combine them and you make them into various items, one of which being the lollipop. Whoa, there was an invisible wall around that statue that I tried to jump on. Okay. And so I'm currently not recording. What I am going to use is I'm going to save I'm going to download the VOD from the, I'm sorry, the green one is called a Mandragora root, and it is the same as the Baked Gecko, it's just the green version. And Unicorn Horn is another concocting compound, is just the red version. And as we said before, the red makes strength ones, green makes health ones, yellow makes invulnerability ones, and if you can combine them in a certain way, so you make those lollipops, and if you combine them in a certain way, you make you can make other items, or like the purple item, for instance. And yeah, here's the green lollipop that gives you health. Okay, I swear, last cart, because I cannot spend the entire time in the market. It keeps telling me to check. I think it just wants me to look at the villagers. These are residents of Noatum. As long as I remain in Purgatoria, we won't get in each other's way. Alright. And they also simplified that sentence down a little bit. In the previous game, they said something along the lines of, like, they won't get in my way, and in turn, I won't be in their way. So they just simplified it down to, we won't get in each other's way. Had a bit of a false start. Oh, but we got it. But yeah, I don't think I finished my sentence about the video. I did not start recording. Hello. But I did not start recording on the software that is setting up my overlays and stuff like that. But so what I'm gonna have to do is download the recording from Twitch. So if we see a difference in video quality from that, I'm gonna have to make sure that we are recording it from here on out. But as for but the quality should increase in general, because now the audio should be a lot more controlled, because during the last one there was a lot of construction going on inside my house. Oh, thank you. So yeah, it sounds like another streamer, like a very popular streamer named Moist Critical, is also playing Bayonetta 2 right now. Awesome. Glad the audio sounds a lot better. Told me to check. It seems nothing has affected the human world at this point. People are going about everyday lives. Okay, sure. No need to worry about them slowing me down. He's literally running away, so it is affecting the human world. I'm also breaking their carts, and they react to that, so I am affecting it. So a little interesting that she said nothing's affecting it. Trying to make sure I didn't miss any boxes or any collectibles. Speaking of which, there's a collectible right here. And in the previous game, these are called Alfheim portals. They were yellow, so I'm assuming that they're different because they're not yellow anymore, but we can check. Yeah, so this one they're called Moosefullheim portals. Welcome to Moosefullheim, the land of origin and gathering place of true warriors. Here you can test your skills with different challenging battles, fulfill each battle's victory conditions to receive rare rewards. There are no penalties for losing, so you may repeat the challenges as many times as you like. And I will repeat the challenges as many times as you like. During the last session, we beat every Alfheim portal that we came in contact with, and I intend to keep that up, but we're not going to stay stuck on one for like hours on end. If we have to leave, we will. But during my like 100% playthrough, if I haven't already beaten it in my other save file, we will go back to it and we will beat it. So this one's really simple. It's just kill them in a certain amount of time, and it looks like it's only this one. But it is. Oh, I was trying to go for a witch time there, because it also slows down our timer, I believe. Maybe not. But I'm trying to be too fancy with it. I gotta make sure that we might not beat it this round, but I'll keep it a little more serious during the next attempt. Alright. Doesn't count as a death. We have one death so far. Alright. Timed battle.
So close. Is that all you've got?
In the last game, I believe there's only one enemy that did a shield attack like that, and they were one of the last enemies in the game. Or not one of the last enemies, but one of the last common enemies in the game. Alright. Every time you beat a Moosefullheim portal, at least in the challenge, at least in the last game, you would get what's called a broken witch heart or a broken moon pearl. Witch hearts in the last game you took, if you got four of them, yeah, it says right here, when you gather 4 of them, it increases your health. Moon pearls, when you got 2 of them, it increases your magic gauge. Whoa. See if I can already see that there is something down here, so I don't have to guess. There is something right here. There we go. Second broken witch heart. Oh yeah, I could hear a little jingle in there. So yeah, if you hear little jingles, it's our cats scratching their collars. I already reiterated this in the first time I was playing, but if you hear kind of like squeaking, that is our cat Oats, our orange cat named Oats. If you hear a kind of like whine, that is our black cat named Boo Boo. Alright, I believe that I collected everything, at least that I can see. So, unless, you know what? I think I see something up there. So I might be able to jump from this. I'm just going to double check real fast. He likes the panther I'm becoming. Alright. Let's see if we can jump over to that platform, because it does look like it. Whoa, not even close. First let's do just one. We'll jump up there for one more check, see if there even is anything over there. don't see anything there. And but over there I just see a door, and it looks like that door is not something that we can open. Oh, I'm controlling the camera angles. When you get close to a wall in this game, the camera does go really wonky, but I'm all like, this is all me controlling it. I was trying to jump to a weird ledge, so I had to switch it around a lot. But for instance, I'm not pressing any buttons, this is just me walking into the wall. The camera is pretty intuitive. It can be a detriment sometimes, but it is very aesthetically pleasing most of the time. The first game was automatic, but it was a lot worse. I don't think you saw the squirrel at first. That is a squirrel wearing basically a Yami Yugi medallion on his neck. No, yeah, I did complain about it. It was not very good, but it got a lot better in this. All right. And yeah, I didn't really go over it, but these books that we're picking up, they are just another form of collectibles. Some of them give instructions on how to play. Some of them are like backstory relevant things. Okay, almost just fell right off the edge. I see a secret over here. But it didn't go over these enemies before I fought them. In the previous game we had flying enemies, and it did not go over them until there was like a mini boss version of them, and it went over them at the same time. That was my first hit in the attack, like at the very end of the battle. Yeah, I took one hit. I'm guessing that's going to be platinum. I was feeling pretty confident about that. I've died one time, I believe. I died one time in the prologue, to my knowledge. Also, if you are wondering, hey, like, why are you walking so slow? Don't you have the thing where you can become a jaguar, or a panther, I mean? You can not become the panther while you're underwater, and so that is why I'm not currently using it, because it won't allow me to. And the game designer that decided to put the the kind of witch marker on the floor for like platforming purposes, it shows you where you're going to land. That person is amazing because it is extremely helpful. It's not in a lot of games, and so I am glad it is in the Bayonetta series. What am I hoping is in the third game besides backstory? I would like just a lot of different abilities. So this game reiterated a lot of abilities that were in the first game, and I love the first game, so I'm happy with that. But I am also interested in a bit of a change. Like I want to see just a lot of differences, on like a fresh take on Bayonetta's abilities. I'm kind of worried that this hallway is the correct way to go, and I'm trying to go the wrong way to. Let's just check. Let's go down here. I want to make sure that I'm going the wrong way because I want to search for secret areas. So yeah, what's down here? This is definitely the wrong way, and there's an Alfheim portal, or a Moosefullheim portal. Yeah, if you hear me reference Alfheim, it's just because I just played Bayonetta 1, and you could check that out on YouTube, or you should probably check it out on YouTube because the Twitch VODs did not. I don't have part 1 and 2 on the Twitch VOD, but my YouTube is in my Twitch description. Alright, so this one you can only deal damage using Witch Time. It doesn't say that it has a time limit, but I believe all of the Moosefullheim portals do have a time limit. But the ones that say, oh, complete it in a time limit is usually a very short time limit. There? Whoa, this is not good. You know what, I tried to attack them when I didn't have Witch Time on. That was kind of my problem.
Got you.
Okay, that was my bad. I wanted to test if punching them would stun you. In the previous game, when you punch somebody during Witch Time only, it stuns you, and it does. In this as well. It is not a rip, it is a failure. You can have unlimited failures in Moosefullheim portals. Oh yeah, that was something I was going to add as well. There's almost like intros while these people are coming through portals, and it is throwing me off a little bit with how long they are waiting before attacking. Which was in Bayonetta 1, it's just I don't think it was that prominent, and it could just be because these enemies, these specific enemies are just like kind of more stoic rather than right out the gate. Okay, yeah, you're getting ready for bed. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Alright, that was my second moon pearl, so they combine and they add a new part of my bar. So in the previous game, whenever you filled your magic gauge, it would just make it like one large ball, but in this it looks like it actually goes to like a secondary bar. But yeah, in the previous one it would become one large magic gauge bubble, and then there would be smaller magic gauge bubbles separate next to it. Alright. And once we unlock new weapons, I might spend a little bit of time in those like loading zones to do some practices. And I believe in the chapter selection you can do a little bit of practice mode as well. But the reason I'm not doing it now is because I am waiting until I unlock new weapons. Also, by the way, in this little crack there are invisible walls like on 3 of my 4 sides, so I just cannot walk over here at all. But I can jump around it. Just nothing of note. Alright. Upstairs we go. I'm assuming we're coming to the end of the chapter very soon. Alright, I'm assuming there's a secret verse over here, because this seems kind of optional to go to. And there was. So, yeah, this is what we call a secret verse. I don't believe that it actually has a title, but it is just a verse that is optional. Like, you don't need to do it in order to progress, and you have to find them. They are not pointed out to you. I was surprised that was platinum. I thought it was going to be pure platinum, but my combo wasn't high enough because I killed them too fast because I was using my Umbran, using my Umbra climax.
Santa don't get paid enough for this shit. When Ed and Edna found their daddy wasn't coming back, it made me stay all the way through dinner.
Don't pretend you weren't delighted. I hear Enzo's wife makes a lovely casserole.
It was damn good. I'll give you that. Anyway, Tell me how my babies are doing.
They're behaving quite well. They found plenty of playmates here.
Figured they would. Noatune had some deep connections with Fimbulventer and the Gates of Hell back in its day. Wouldn't be surprised to find a few of those playmates that like it rougher than the typical bunch. Anyway, you need any supplies, just make sure you keep bringing me these halos. And remember, I ain't here to get up in your business. My business is making things that do business. So don't come crying to me when you think you gotta do everything alone. I'm here to help. Just make sure you don't bust a cap at my ass.
Another interesting correlation is that I'm sure that somebody who's more interested in philosophy or more studying religions would be, oh, actually that's the way I came from. I thought that was a secret area. Would know more about it, but Fimbulventer seems to have a kind of a correlation to Mount Olympus, at least in my head, but I am not very well versed on those kind of topics. All right, let's hop into the Gates of Hell. So these are portals that appear that lead to Rodin's shop. Also, to touch on kind of Norse mythology, that God of War also followed, started with the Greek mythology and then went to kind of Nordic, or not philosophy, Greek mythology, and then went to Nordic mythology. So I think it is interesting that we are kind of going to two separate mythologies within Bayonetta as well. But Bayonetta did do it first. Between the two, I'm sure that is a common practice with a mythological game to have multiple mythologies involved.
Welcome to the Gates of Hell. We've lit our prices on fire, so there won't be hell to pay. Come on, I gotta say some cheesy shit sometimes.
This symbol graces only the hottest of the hot items in my shop. If you're not sure what to go after, look for a face you can trust. Rodin, store manager. Alright, let's take a look at what's available. Nothing in the weapons category. In accessories, it looks like a lot of stuff that is from the previous game, except for this Mallet of Rewards is a new item. Mallet of Rewards, I'm assuming, gives you more rewards when you kill things. It gives you more rewards when you do torture attacks. So if you do, I'm assuming that drop rates are better with stronger creatures. So if you do a torture attack on a particularly strong creature and it kills them, then you'll get a lot of rewards. But you're also being riskier as well, because if you use a torture attack on a stronger enemy, it may not outright kill them. Alright, let's look at items. These are just items that we are already able to craft, except for Moon Pearls and Witch Hearts. You want to buy as many of these as you can, specifically at the end of the game, or if you're just doing 100% run. These Witch Hearts and Moon Pearls are you cannot craft them. You have to find them in the world, and they are a limited resource. You once you collect them, you can't replay a level and collect them. You have to buy them. You have to either find them, and like I said, there's a limited amount, or you buy them in the shop. Red Hot Shot revives you if you die. Midas Testament, I believe, just gives you more. it gives you more drops from enemies killed, and then we already went through all the lollipops. Right, techniques. This is where we're going to start by spending a lot of our money. Bat within, we are most likely going to buy right off the bat. That was not intended to be a pun, but this is a very important, very useful technique where if you dodge the instant that you take damage, you don't take damage. So essentially, if you do your wit time just a little too late, or you intend to do the bats within, you become like scattering bats. In D&D, it would be referred to as like a swarm of bats that avoid the attack, and you don't take damage. So this is a really important one, so we are going to buy it. Next up, this is a new item, or this is a new technique called Charge Bullet. Charge Bullet, from what it sounds like, you would hold it down and then you fire. I am kind of worried that it only works with when you hold down Y, so we are going to try it real fast. And it is. You can only do it while you're holding down Y, which is not as good as, like, right now I'm holding down the punch button and it does not occur. You have to hold down Y. So I'm not as interested in that. It is useful for boss battles where the enemy is far away. Breakdance was also one of our, like, highly... Breakdance? I guess we're just kind of starting from the bottom. The Pro Within is really good. It lets you fly. It lets you fly across gaps. Charge Bullet is very good for, like, damaging distant enemies, and Breakdance is very good for dealing with very small amount of enemies, as well as, like, starting up, if you do, like, repetitive attacks against an enemy and it breaks, like, their quote-unquote stamina. Also, I do have amiibos, so in between some gameplay, I might use some amiibos to get a little bit extra money. But I don't want to bore people watching with the process of putting an amiibo on there, taking it off, putting a different amiibo on there. So yeah, we won't be doing that during the show. It is getting very late, and my partner does work in the morning, so we're gonna try to complete this as soon as we can. It just seems like we are at a... Wait, I don't want to miss something. It won't let me go back. Okay, hopefully I didn't miss anything. This seemed like a kind of secret area. Not a secret area, but an area that could hold a secret. But we do not see anything there, and it doesn't appear to be anything, even though there is like a secretive hole. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can get back up there, so we just gotta kind of hope that there was nothing there. Alright, quick search down here, see if there's any secrets. Really quick, we're going to see if we can open this door again, see if there's anything behind us. Ooh, you know what? It really seems like if we do something and then go back through this door, that there will be a secret there. Not sure if we're going to act on that knowledge, but I do believe that it is possible. Very interesting that it has another Gates of Hell portal, because we literally just went to the Gates of Hell for that hallway. Alright, there's a Midas Testament. We get a little info on it. It is said whoever rings this bell will be blessed with unexpected wealth. So yeah, like I said, it just gives you a little bit more drops for enemies you killed. Here is another one of these things where we need to collect fragments. Alright, wasn't paying too much attention to that, so I'm gonna have to kind of guess where to go. Did I miss one? Well, it started a cutscene while I was in the middle of doing it.
These punches don't know when to quit. What'd I ever do to them? Shite. I'm never gonna reach Fimbulventer at this rate. Well, at least it won't be a boring trip. Huh? You can see me.
You're putting on quite a show, little magician.
Oh, you like that, huh? Wait till you see the climax. Silly girl.
You'll have to do better than that to earn a tip, my dear.
Who the hell are you?
I'm just an innocent little girl lost in Wonderland, suffering at the hands of the Queen's trumped-up troops.
Cute one, huh? Enough riddles. How can you see me?
Because we're both in Purgatorio, you see.
Purgatorio?
So, are we heading to Fimbulventer on a shopping trip for Mummy, little one?
Maybe. But she told me never to talk to strangers. Stay out of my way, or I'll make sure you never get in it again.
Ooh, scary. Off with their heads, eh?
Damn it! They must have heard me.
Introduction to the big bad Senton. I didn't know how long his wind-up was going to be. Can I punish him, please? I'm trying. I was trying very hard to punish the one with
So close.
the one with stars above his head, but did not work out. I was trying to be too fancy, so we're just gonna try to focus on killing others.
So close.
I was gonna say, it looked like he was shooting arrows at me, and oh my god, I thought he was dead. Oh. I need that moral.
Is that all you've got?
I thought there was only 2 there, but there was 3 bunched into one. Shape again. Ooh, that's what then saved us there. Ooh. Rough one. I'm guessing bronze for that. Hopefully not stone. See what the disc we got. Yeah, bronze. See what disc we got. The disc looks like a sword. Angela Kim's Gold LP, Entrance to the Gladiators. And so what you do with the LPs is you give them to the person in Gates of Hell, which we could do right now, but we're gonna wait until the next stream, just because it is, like I said, we're already getting a little bit late. But we're going to wait till the next stream. We're going to unlock that sword. Alright, and I now know where the item was that we missed. So the first one is here. Whoa. Did I get it? First one's here. Yeah. Second one's down here. Fourth one was after we hop up here, and then the last one is up here. Okay, there we go. Let's see, we got another piece of a witch heart down here. Let's see, we still haven't found a chest or there's another Moosefullheim portal. Oh, I was just about to say we haven't found a chest or a Moosefullheim portal, but we just did. We found both of them back to back. Alright. So first we'll get this purple lollipop. And then we'll go through the Moosefullheim portal. As well as that, by the way, there are breakable walls, at least there were in Bayonetta 1, and they are very hard to see, especially with like a kind of crackled, broken building aesthetic, which Bayonetta goes for. So we are going to have, we might have a little trouble finding those. We have to defeat enemies to earn time. We're trying to kill all the enemies before we run out of time, most likely. Alright, here we go. Might have been useful to grab that sword, but the sword was one of my favorite items in the previous game. But like I said, we're going to grab it at the end of the next section. Or at the start of the next. here. I gotta kill one of these guys. There we go. That done. I believe we may have gotten all the secrets that are in this area. We're just going to check the other side of the water, and then we will. I'm assuming there's going to be a cutscene to end this level, but not 100% sure. And the way that the LPs work is that the LP is an angelic hymn, as it says, and it lures out specific types of demons, and Rodin uses those, or Rodin like forges those demons into weapons. Alright. Check it out here. Okay, so this looks like the end of the level, so let's check behind it real fast. Nothing there, nothing here, nothing right behind it. Okay, let's just check right to the left. Nothing back here. Alright, I think we may have collected everything in this chapter. Alright. So it's like kind of changed gravity on us. Much like the moon's effect, I feel magic power increasing as I approach this object. I may be able to control gravity with this even during the daytime. So in the previous game, you could only control gravity, quote unquote, because really all you're doing is like walking on walls, and like controlling your own gravity. But you could only do it like during a full moon. All right, let's jump through. Okay. But you never had to like jump through a portal. You could just do it. You could just do it whenever you wanted, as long as there was a full moon.
If you're looking for the kid, he went that away.
Also, so far,
I'm afraid I don't have time to dance too long. A friend is waiting for me.
Also, so far, I don't believe we've had any repeats of angels. All of them are original to this game. Yeah, and if you ever see me like kind of jumping up and attacking the backs of enemies, it's just what I'm used to, because in the previous game you had to jump up and attack not the smalls of their back, but the, okay, it won't let me, I thought it was going to have me punish the sword and like throw it back at them. But yeah, usually a lot of the big enemies, their weak points were the smaller than their back.
Is that all you've got? Get out!
Excellent! Climax time! Whoa, and that thing in his chest looked like it looks like an arc reactor, like it looks very mechanical. There we go. First time calling forth Madama Butterfly as well. Nice, a gold. I'll take a gold. Alright. Oh, first crow. Oh, just kidding, it's gone. Alright, so the crows are another form of collectible called Umbran Tears. There we go. Umbran Crow in this. In the last one they were called Umbran. Just called Umbran Tears of Blood. Alright. But that also... Umbran Tears of Blood also fell under the crows as well as achievements. Alright, this one you have to fight without taking a single hit. Play it real careful here for obvious reasons. I think that's a pure platinum. Maybe first platinum of the game so far. No, I got a gold? Oh, I only got a silver for combo. And I thought my time was really good, but I only got a gold for it. Or I think I... Yeah, I think I got a gold. I got a gold for time, a silver for combo, and a platinum for not taking anything. Something along those lines. Sorry, I forgot some of the results. But let's see. If we see anything up here, there is that. There's that right there. So let's run over there real fast. It does not want me to do that. Might have missed something in the rafters, but I missed a jump so enemy here. Stream is definitely going longer than I wanted it to. It's just these... Apparently these chapters are a lot longer than the previous one.
Is that all you got? Get that! Smash! Lock on! Almost! Get that! Got you! Get that! Fire!
There's some rumbling in the background. That's just my partner. Here he is. Hello. You look what? Yeah, it's just you were like right next to the light, and you are that white.
Thank you.
I just that you are white.
That's true.
It's just that you are pale. Let's see if we can break this. No. You can wait, sir. I'm looking for stuff. Okay, fine. I'll help you.
So, they're after you too, then?
Ooh,
Have you been
walking
naughty?
and talking cutscene
Keeping
first
secrets
of its
from
kind.
Mummy?
Nope. Nothing comes to mind, love. Sorry. But since this is your bloody mess, do you mind hurrying the fuck up and getting rid of this thing?
Now, that's no way to talk to a lady. No wonder your guardian angels are trying to give you a good spanking.
Those
Whatever,
voices
love.
do not even
You've
come
already been
close to
following me, so
matching
let's
the
make a
lip
deal.
movements.
You save me, I'll show you around this joint.
But it also
Planning
wasn't
to Finland,
designed
aren't
for
we? That makes
the
two
player
of us.
to
And
zoom
it'll
in on
take
their
two of
face
us,
while they're
won't it,
talking.
love?
You seem to have skipped school the day they taught basic negotiation skills. You're supposed to negotiate from a position of strength, little one. Not just be a one-trick pony.
About that trick. See? You need my power too. That works too, I suppose.
I don't have time to give a shit about who you are or why you're going to the mountain. Take me there and make it quick. You stay with me, and I promise you'll end up in one piece. Got it?
Wait! Stop! Before I show you the way, love, you gotta agree to a little condition.
Do we need to go over my lesson again? First, learn to talk to a lady. We don't react very well to being insulted, little one.
Well then, I don't react to being called little one. The name's Loki. And what should I call you, I mean, ma'am.
Do I look like a ma'am to you? Bayonetta or Cereza? Take your pick.
Cereza! You don't look like a Cereza to me.
Well then, Bayonetta it is. Let's move, little one.
Hey! I just told you my name is...
You'll earn your name when you become a man.
Try to keep up.
Alright, I was just making sure I didn't miss anything back here or anything like appeared between that cutscene. Alright, we got a book here, another book here, maybe something right behind me as well. Doesn't look like that. There's another room right there. I know you don't want me to go that way. I don't see anything in there. If these chairs are breakable, I think that would mean that it's an actual room, but because I can't break them, I'm assuming that that room is not actually real. Alright, so that just taught me how to craft the lollipops and stuff. I swear that it looks like there's a Moosefullheim portal. But maybe I'm just looking at the box. Oh, I missed one at some point. Was there one on the ground? Yeah, I probably just thought that this box was a Moosefullheim portal. I'm kind of due for a mood though right now, I think. Okay, yeah, I was looking through here, I thought it was a Moosefullheim portal. I believe those are called remembrances of time. Oh wait, I think I might have saw a crow, but it could have just been my butterflies. Yeah, I think it's just my butterflies. Alright. Continue. What is this? It wants me to open this door. I refuse. I continue to look for secrets. Okay, but I don't see anything, so we will continue. Another collectible. This chapter's really long.
What are you doing?
This looks breakable. Nope, it's not. what I'm doing is avoiding getting next to you because I didn't want to start a cutscene or a verse right away. Can I really not punish him? He has stars above him, but he won't really punish him. Whoa, I'm missing dodges left and right on this guy. Oh, he got me. Shoot. There we go. First death of the chapter. The shadow remains cast. Oh my god, it didn't save me breaking this. Luckily, there's not one on the other side. In the last game, we did have to deal with projectiles. It's just it seems a lot more frequent in this. Can't hear a thing you're saying. No, I didn't. I will. My partner just let me know to show you guys my new Kirby case. When I bought the Switch, the only one available was the Mario edition, so I had a Mario case that came with it. It's like the Mario Kart edition. But I just bought a new case, which we just saw when we were shopping at Target, and it was a Kirby case, and it just so happened that I was wearing my Kirby shirt. And I am very into Kirby. I think it's written in my About section on Twitch here. But yeah, I love Kirby. So at the end of this verse, I'll show you guys my new case. Really? There's another wave? Oh my god, there's like a mini boss. By the way, this is what the case looks like. Again, not seeing a lot of weak spots with the enemies so far. It's just kind of like, no, there's no weak spots, you just have to deal with them. His left leg here does look like a little rotten. I don't know if that has an effect on the damage that he takes. Because it does let me target certain areas of his body, so two things. Maybe attacking the same area does more damage, or you have to target each individual area to like kind of break through their armor. Those are my two theories on this, but not 100% sure. Alright. Hey, it better not have like zapped those out of existence. It did not. Here we go. Take these. Okay, let's see if anything spawned over here because this was the empty side. Nothing. Let's see if it lets me go back through the doors that we walked through, because if it does, I'm assuming that there's something back there. Please do not let me go back through the other doors, because I definitely will. Dang it. Okay. Hopefully there's at least a secret verse back here, if not a Moosefullheim portal. Yeah, secret verse.
Is that all you got?
Oh, bad timing on that. go. Alright, let's see on the secret verse. Doesn't seem like there are any other collectibles back here, so we're just gonna run back. And I keep checking over here because it's just very suspicious that there's a chest on one side but nothing on the other. Also, a good thing to do is look out for any of the crows that could be lying around, because they could be hiding somewhere that you can have to double jump to, which can be a little hard to find. And like I said, with the cracked buildings, they're typically very hard to find. Alright. So, let's see if there's a secret verse over here. Well, there's at least a chest. There's a verse.
Is that all you've got?
Oh, he got me! He was like 1 to 2 hits away from death, so I just expected that my last combo would have killed him. Alright. Please. Oh, it put me here. I have to double check. I have to double check that that verse saved. Okay, it did. Sorry, I did not see the saving icon, so I just could not confirm that it saved my progress there. Bayonetta 1 was kind of notorious for not saving your progress when you died. I mean, even just when I died in this verse the first time, it made me collect this box again, so you just have to be careful with that sometimes. Alright. So, there was a box down here, and then there was a verse on the other side. There we go, and that's how it's supposed to go. Even without having the Umbran climax. So yeah, without using the Umbran climax, I got my first pure platinum of the game, but using the Umbran climax, I had a death. Which is not a jab at the Umbran climax being bad or anything. I was just pointing out the irony. Alright.
Try to keep up.
Can't you see I'm looking for secrets, boy? You keep telling me to keep up, and I cannot oblige. There we go. Now there's some potential hot spots on the enemies. Those purple gems seem to be weak.
Just because you asked, tall, dark, and ugly, that makes total sense.
Oh, that was really close. Anytime you see me become a bunch of bats, it means that the attack was most likely too close for comfort. There we go, and I did notice the health bar looked strange on Gamora. The reasoning is because when Angel's final health bars are orange and Demon's final health bars appear to be purple. Next time. Perfect. Yeah, I'll take a silver. I'm kind of hoping for a gold.
Little one, what's all this sovereign business about?
Not a clue, love. Oi!
Well, whatever. If your sovereignness is going to get in my way, our deal is over. And if we're going to have to meet any more of your friends, you'd better learn to take care of yourself.
I'm quite alright on my own. Got it?
Your tricks aren't going to work forever, little one. More tricks, little magician. Maybe you've got more to offer than I expected. For the time being, though, stay here and don't get frisky.
There. That is the one, is it not?
Yes. I will never forget that face.
Not that bad, I guess.
Awesome. Alright, there we go. There is the end of Chapter 1. The direct access route from Chapter Select to Rodon's store has been opened. Be sure to make use of it during your travels, and we will at the start of the next stream, which is going to be tomorrow, by the way. we are going to go into Rodon's shop and we are going to give him the LP for what looks like a sword. Alright, there we go. Well, that's going to be the end of part 1. Thank you guys for joining, and I hope to see you for the next part. Like I said, it's going to be coming out tomorrow, and then I plan on streaming so tomorrow and at least the next day, because I'm trying to get this all done before Bayonetta 3 comes out, and that's going to be on Friday. And so if the game comes on time, because I'm getting a physical copy, we are going to do an unboxing of the Trinity Masquerade edition, and then we might do a little bit of gameplay, and then that'll be on Friday. Sunday we'll do a long form gameplay of it. Alright, thank you guys for joining. Hope to see you in the next one. Until next time.